NASA wants its future spacesuits to come with a built-in toilet.The space agency hopes the toilets will replace the leaky diapers currently worn by astronauts, while allowing them to stay in their spacesuits for longer. NASA has yet to come up with a design, but experts suggest such spacesuit toilets are likely to be similar to those used by Apollo-era astronauts. These featured a fecal bag and condom catheter to catch urine. While this may work for men, NASA admits such a design is unsuitable for female astronauts, and it's still working on coming up with a solution. The new suits, called the Orion Crew Survival System Suits (OCSSS), will be worn by astronauts on NASA's Orion spacecraft. The Orion missions will send astronauts beyond Earth's orbit for the first time in half a century. In the event of catastrophic failure to the ship or depressurization, the astronauts will be able to survive by living in their suits for days at a time. In an interview with Space.com, NASA engineer Kirstyn Johnson said, "That is a really long time. To live in a suit with all of your waste right by you for that long of a time, it could get gnarly pretty quickly." Currently, diapers, or maximum absorbency garments, MAGs, are used whenever astronauts need to use a spacesuit for either a spacewalk or an EVA. No major design changes have been made to the waste collection garment over the years, as it still fulfills all the necessary requirements, Ms. Johnson said. "We're looking for a solution that will be included on the vehicle for upcoming manned Orion missions," she added. As for solid waste, the astronauts defecated into collection bags that were built into the suit. This system was prone to failure, so much so that the astronauts were placed on a specific diet to restrict the amount of fecal waste. The astronauts were also responsible for sealing and disposing of the filled bags. As there is no gravity in space, liquids do not flow, but accumulate in floating globes. To counter this problem, there are hoses which are used and provide pressure to suck the fluid from the body. Each astronaut has their own personal attachment. When a toilet is not available, or the astronaut is on a spacewalk, the astronauts use MAGs, maximum absorbency garments, which are diapers that soak up all the waste. According to a 1976 interview with astronaut Rusty Schweickart, the condom catheters came in 3 sizes: small, medium and large. To combat this, NASA renamed the sizes as large, gigantic, and humongous to appease the male ego. There has yet to be an effective female equivalent developed, something NASA aims to change for the Orion missions. Although flawed, the waste disposal system is likely to be similar to that used in the 1970s. The principal issue with the previous method stems from the fact that all the astronauts were male. In the 21st century, women and men both constitute the crew for space exploration. The difference in anatomy provides a tricky engineering problem for human waste disposal systems. Whilst both males and females can use the MAG system, a disposal system for longer missions has never been developed for females. Ms. Johnson also mentioned that the team have to take into consideration of how the system would operate whilst a woman is on her period. Although these can be avoided with removal of bodily hair and medication to limit or stop menstruation, NASA says it does not expect its astronauts to be forced to do so. Stuff like that. To design an effective method of disposal for women, NASA has looked at different industries. You start looking at the camping industry and you start seeing a lot of these portable urination devices that you can carry around with you, so you don't have to squat in the middle of the forest. There are these paper bags that you can take to a concert and women pull out of their purse so they don't have to sit on a disgusting toilet, Johnson said. It was almost a revelation for me as a female to see all these products, like, who knew these existed? And it's kind of taboo to talk about, but it's interesting because it feeds into stuff like this that we're trying to do with spacesuits.